Show the doc, Kyle. Jesus.
Come on.
I'm a rookie over here.
Jeez. What is this? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Trophy Room pre-show. We're getting ready for the real show. I forgot to alert everybody in my household that I'm going live. So, ladies and gents, we're going to play a little game called Guess the Game, where Kyle and T are going to guess one of these games while I run and alert the fam. Go for it. Take it away, sir.
All right, Tegan. We got a wall with like electrical on it. Lot to go off of. Also, hi chat. How are you?
What about it? Kind of, well, is that dust particles in the air?
Ooh, it could be.
Could it be one of those
Ooh, are you?
I don't know, I'm getting
scary
spooky
game?
vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Outlast?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
That's
I got
more
nothing
like-
else. Might as well try it.
Yeah, damn. I felt good after I said it. Neeson Chess and Sound Hill vibes. Also, let's hope the internet is fine this week, everybody. Let's hope.
Also, I'm gonna restrict this one just to Blue Sky and not Twitter.
Works for me.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
I am already seeing drop frames and the internet going up and down like crazy, so there might be some stuttering again tonight. On the video version, I'm sorry.
How dare you, sir?
I like Silkana's guess of Little Nightmares. That's a good guess. It's close, which means it's 2.
2?
Little Nightmares 2. Ta-da.
Yay! Oh, I like the red, yellow, green. That's satisfying.
That's good. That's great. Oh, jeez. No, it's just not even loading. Okay. Hey. Oh, cool.
Listen, I promise.
This looks older.
Yeah. I'm guessing this is a butterfly. And it's...
Could it be a Zelda game?
I don't know Zeldas.
No,
Let me
me
see.
either.
I'll help you. I'll let me come in on this. Something tells me it's like a Legends of Mana. I never played those games, but
Okay.
it doesn't scream Zelda right now.
It's not a Legend of Mana.
Okay.
Ooh, Mike
It's the same
Kinberg in chat says Dark Cloud 2. I don't hate it.
Let's go for it.
I don't hate it. I've never played 2. I love 1. Never got around to 2. Nope. DS. Oh, no.
Yikes. Oh, this looks like a Kingdom Hearts,
This is not a Kingdom Hearts.
right? Isn't there, though, a Kingdom Hearts game up? And everybody, make sure you're hitting that like, that share, that subscribe over here. It really does help us out. Enchanted Goat, what up? Jonathan Kelly, what up? So Kenner, what up? Good to have you back, bro.
I got
Mike?
I got nothing.
What's the 11 at the top? 11
It's
what?
11 hours?
Okay.
Like,
Something with a time.
I'm gonna skip. Oh, cool.
What the fuck?
I got no idea. I'm out.
Could this be one of them?
I'm gonna throw something out there.
What's the Fire Emblem games?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll fix that in a second, Dewani. I don't know why this keeps happening. Oh, Etrianati.
Okay.
I have no idea what that game is.
Never even heard of it.
My years of GameStop. That's all the reason
Okay.
why.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's like a dungeon. So this is the map of the dungeon at the bottom. On the second screen of the DS, I think. Dewani, let me know.
Interesting.
How do I sound? Am I too loud now?
Oh no, brown cow. Oh no, brown cow. Oh no. Brown fuck. Cow.
I know that mountain peak. This looks very familiar.
Yeah, that does look very familiar, doesn't it? Put in Sea of Thieves.
Joe, it can't always be Sea of Thieves.
Put it in.
That's our, instead of circling C, that's our Sea of Thieves.
Put it. How about you just put in Sea of Thieves? Watch it, Sea of Thieves.
It's not. Because we've already had Sea of
89.
Thieves.
You're right.
Thanks, Silkana
89.
Dwani.
Okay, we got legs. Something snake. What are those? What is it? Metal Gear?
Hold on.
Do you think it's Ghost of No, Ghost of Tsushima
No.
didn't rate that high.
Whose legs are those?
Oh, you're right. Those are legs.
Try a Metal Gear game. Those look like military legs.
Let's go 5. Phantom
All right.
Pain.
Damn.
Oh
Close.
my god.
Oh.
I knew I thought that gave me some Nibelheim. It's Rebirth.
Okay.
Those are Cloud's legs.
Look at you,
Yeah,
kid.
he's kind of in a military pant. I wasn't
Yeah.
too far off. I
You
wasn't
were
too far
not.
off.
You were very close.
Yeah.
You were very close. Damn. Great game. Great game. How's the journey with the first one, Light, in the household? Final
We
Fantasy
haven't
VII
played it
Remake.
yet.
Oh, okay.
We haven't played it yet, but
That's fine.
after this review is done,
Yeah.
Mr. Light has convinced me, and I am going to play Death Stranding.
Yeah.
He is going to sit down and he's going to
Yes.
coach me through it so that I can get through the beginning at
Oh,
least,
I love
and then
this.
we're gonna play it.
Yes.
Goodness, yes.
More of us. More of us. Oh, I can't wait to talk
can't
about
wait.
that Death
I
Stranding
can't
2
wait.
trailer tonight. Oh boy. I got nothing for this one.
Pokemon.
Sure.
It's not, but why not?
Silkana is currently playing Monster Hunter Wilds. How dare you?
Boo. Just kidding.
I only know that because I get the little Steam notifications at the bottom of my screen. Pokemon Sleep. Nope. Too old for Metacritic. Cool.
All right, we're live there.
Let's get Walk to Roof. PC and Amiga. Oh no.
Is it one of those? What's the series that has Monkey Island in it?
The Monkey Island?
Yeah, but not Monkey Island. Isn't a whole series?
I love how Kyle answered it. Monkey Island.
There's a whole series
doesn't
with
that
Monkey
guy-
Island in it.
The actual character. What's his name?
I've never played a Monkey Island
Is it
game.
Sid
I don't
Meier's or whatever? Is it the Sid Meier's thing?
Go with what Alex says.
know. Yeah, I'll go King's Quest.
Okay.
Has the character from Monkey Island been in other things?
I don't know. I thought it was like a whole
I don't know.
series.
Wait and click.
So you are on the
Huh.
right track with Monkey Island, the point and click stuff.
I mean, try it. Why not? It doesn't look like Monkey Island, but
Oh, Dewani in chat says Guywood 3 Brush. That's the
Huh?
character's name from Monkey Island, I think.
oh, then no, he definitely did not have multiple games. I must be mixing multiple things together.
What's another old point and click puzzle game? It's not King's Quest, and it's not Monkey Island. Or it could be Monkey Island. Let's just put Monkey Island. Let's see.
Monkey Island in there.
All I remember is getting stuck in quicksand. I couldn't get past it as a kid.
It's not Monkey
All
Island.
right,
Indiana
I
Jones.
Oh, okay.
I had a feeling it was indie. I'm not gonna lie to you
No,
guys.
you didn't.
But I did for a split, but I didn't know if there was a point and click. I just know there was a game in like the 90s.
Oh, God. Which one is it? Okay, it's not Lego. It's not Staff of Kings. It could be
Greatest
Greatest
Adventures.
Adventures. Could be Emperor's Tomb.
It could be Young Indiana Jones.
That does not look like young Indiana Jones.
Sounds very ageist of you.
That looks like Harrison Ford.
Try Atlantis. That could be like a little Atlantis twisty
Yeah.
turny.
I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Fate of Atlantis. Yeah, look at you. We're clapping.
Nice. Well done. All right, we'll do one more.
All right. Yeah, just one more. Let's do this.
Can't end on a PC Amiga game.
You're right. Actually, we could, and we actually should.
No.
We know what's good for us.
All right, this looks recent.
Fairly, right?
What am I looking at?
Either curtains or...
Why does that look like a Lion King face on the side?
Let's do Indiana Jones again.
Well, a Great Circle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, it's a pretty looking game, right?
That is not
Not
what
in
I
here.
typed in.
Nope.
The Great Circus Mystery, starring Mickey and Minnie. That's not it.
Oh.
That's not even here. What is it? What is it called? And the Great Circle?
Yeah, it's not there though.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that's a lion face on the side.
Let's skip. Oh, 67. It's not a good game.
A garage door opener.
Yeah. Do one more skip. It's this gen.
The hell?
Could it be PS5, PC? Call of the Sea? Right? Someone in chat, help us out.
Call this. No, I think the game you're thinking of, that was a PS4 game too. Do one more
No,
skip.
I thought it was
Horror.
horror. It's on Xbox too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Oh, is it? Is this the
Talk to me.
medium?
That's a good guess.
I never played it.
It's a
From the
good
folks
guess.
that did Silent Hill 2 remake.
Uh-huh.
I got nothing else right now. Nope. Last year.
Released last year, 2024.
Oh, what?
Talk
What's
to
the
me, kid.
Supermassive game that came out last year?
Oh,
I'm not looking at chat because I really, really want to. I feel like we're close.
Supermassive.
Dark Anthology. Did they have one last year?
I think that was 2 years
It
ago.
was 2 years ago. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not Dark Anthology. Enchanted Goat says Apex Legends. That's not right.
It's trying to go. Why are you trying to throw us off, man? Shoot.
Let's go.
horror
Let's
game.
let's see the game in action. Maybe.
Yeah, it is Supermassive.
Is this the Quarry? Was that 2020? That wasn't last year.
No, that wasn't last year. There was a game though.
Oh, this is gonna bug me.
Put.
If I just do Dark Anthology, do you think they'll pop
Right.
up?
Yeah. Like let's see.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
What about Dark Pictures?
Oh, that's yeah. I forgot it was Dark Pictures. Okay. House of Ashes.
No.
Little
That one
Hope
was like
was the witchy
Yeah.
one. We know
Ramadan
Man
was a
and
long
Moon.
time ago.
The Devil,
Devil
in
in
Me.
Me.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Oh, the casting of Frank Stone.
Never would have gotten
Well,
that, but okay.
I didn't even
Yeah,
know
no,
that
never in
came
my
out.
life.
Actually,
I didn't even watch gameplay of that one. I saw a bunch of people were playing it, but
Mm-mm.
okay, now we have to do one more. We can't end on a loss.
yeah, you're right.
Damn
You're
it. All
right.
right, one more.
Sorry.
You're right.
One more.
Sorry.
And then we gotta hit the show. I'm already running out of gas. All right. I'm tired. I'm a
I'm
tired
sorry. You
boy.
gotta get one of these.
Everything computer.
Mario.
Yeah, Mario. Let's do that. Yeah, because Mario Day, right? Mario. So it has to be
Well, this was
Ooh.
March 7th.
Yeah, but they always like to be,
All
you
right. Let's do 2.
know.
That's how you end it.
Go.
That's how you end it.
All right, cool.
I like to be topical.
2's
All right,
great.
everybody.
I love 2.
Let's start this show.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, never mind. Wait, yeah, I also
I
gotta
gotta-
fix my camera
Yeah. I gotta make
because
sure
it's gonna go
everything's
on the vision. I'm back.
All right, now I'm ready.
All right.
I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
All right, chat. We'll see you in 16 seconds.
Oh, wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 418 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where we chat about the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation each and every week. This week, we chat about the internal PlayStation tech leaking. Ubisoft being a dumpster fire, we freak out about Death Stranding 2, The Last of Us Season 2, and then maybe even, you know what, Neil possibly lying to us about Part 3, and so much more as we do it live each and every Wednesday night over at youtube.com/PS Trophy Room and podcast services the very next day. Alongside me, the greatest co-host who ever is, whoever will be, one of the voices of Humble Bundle Gaming Showcases. What's up, my brother Kyle Stevenson? How are you, sir?
Hi.
What's the official name? Humble Games, right? Showcase.
Humble Games Showcase. Yes,
There you
it
go.
unveiled to the world today. Very happy with the show. Games all look cool. Happy to do a voiceover for the Threads of Time trailer, which is a game that is my client that I'm working on.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm not in the game. I want to say that right now. I'm not in the game. I just did the voiceover for the trailer, which is weird.
But it is.
But
here's the thing. What I love about this is it's not just like any game. First off, game looks great. Secondly, it looks like a Kyle Stevenson game.
Yeah, it does.
Like it is like screams PS1 JRPG. And like, so for you to be the voice of it, or like, you know, the little narrator, it's just awesome to see, man.
It's very cool. Very weird.
That
very
said,
cool.
T,
Hi.
Kyle's got a question for us.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, the secret question.
Yeah, the secret question.
So, I didn't
didn't know how to transfer like how to get over to UT and then go back to Kyle, so I'm just cheating here.
Well, first, Slade, how are you doing? You doing well?
Yeah.
Listen, I've been healthy for a week.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I know. I can't say the same for my daughter. That cold will not leave. Will not leave her. She's still waking up every night. It is still brutal. She's fine during the day, but as soon as she falls asleep, she wakes up and it's like a demon has possessed her, and that demon is a chest cold, and it's been awful. But I've been healthy for a whole week, and it's the longest I've been healthy since December. So
yay!
Gosh,
No
you
more
jinxed it.
puking.
All right, Kyle Stevenson.
So the only reason why I said I have a question because it's a starter question segment, but I
course.
really want to take this opportunity to ask Joe specifically, just because I know how much you love it.
Okay.
You see what Fortnite added, and that you don't have access to? It got Crocs in the game, Joe.
And what I'm wearing right now.
Crocs the shoe.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep, they
with like
put in
gibbets and
Crocs.
everything. Like I don't understand what they're doing. Did
So
they
the
run out of
first
characters? Like, you know what?
No.
Hey,
Is that possible?
I don't know.
No, they almost ran out of ways to monetize this game. They added in, so first it was back bling, the little backpack your guy's carrying. Now it is shoes, and so they did like promos with Nike, I think Puma as well, if I'm not mistaken, maybe Adidas, and now they got Crocs in the game, dude.
So you're telling me I can load up Fortnite with my Kratos character and I can put Crocs on him?
You could put Crocs on Kratos.
Croctos.
Look at these
That's
bad boys.
awesome.
Look at I'm losing tread on these things. It's-
We bought my daughter her first pair of Crocs,
Mhm.
and I taught her what sport mode is
Nice.
because she had the strap in the front, and she kept tripping out of them.
Yeah.
So I taught her sport mode. I was like, we're going to activate sport mode and then you can go running. So now she runs, not very fast, but she thinks she's fast. She runs as fast as she possibly can. And then she just stops and looks at you and goes, sport mode, and then runs away.
I love that.
That is the cutest thing. And here's the thing. As a 33-year-old man, when I put these babies in the sport mode, I do feel like the Flash.
You lock in.
You just gotta lock in, man. Listen, we got a lot to talk about. I really want to talk about Split Fiction. But before we do that, a little bit of housekeeping. Of course, our merch store, link down in the description. And, of course, as always, it's our Patreon pitch. If we ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, whatever situation it may be, it really does help us out if you head on over to patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. We are trying to hit PAX East and Summer Game Fest this year. And we can only do that with your patronage over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. Of course, I want to thank our producers. Our newest ones, Todd Oxford at the bronze tier, Michael Hassett at the gold tier, Big G at the bronze tier, he re-upped. Premium producers, Todd Burowitz and Toxic. Our platinum members, JC, Jedi Master Ren, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Ryuko Kill 90, Stephen Flesh, Strubles and Bits, Aaron, Bertos Maximos, Tommy, Chris, Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, Silcanet, Decimine, Mitchell Gramling, Mike Thomas, and the Enchanted Goat are gold members. Cypher Primus, Darth Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hyde Indoors, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Aegis Hermit, Androsaur, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Stingray X, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, Stone Cold E.T., Tino Sixspeed, N. Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Solo, Matthew King, Duh Overlord, Dewane Raksha, Drellish, Rick Davis, Steph Mildiner, Samuel Nestling, I nailed it, Maximum Carnage, Jazz and Brand, and of course, the Lord Commander Suddy himself, King of the North. Everybody, again, we could not do this show without your help over at patreon.com/PS Trophy.
And shout out so much to our YouTube members, Nisa Hauer, Strubles and Bits, and Tommy. So go get yourself a little trophy next to your name in our live chat.
That's right. That's right. And you could get a whole bunch of just extra content, extra shows, post shows that we do each and every week. So, yeah, I mean, head on over there, get exclusive content. Who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want a little special, letter in next to their name on Discord? Who doesn't want to do that? Who doesn't want their own exclusive channels to our Patreon Discord? I mean, all that good stuff. It's yours. Shoot. All right, Kyle Stevenson. Someone knocked on my door, and they know we're recording, and they know so this has to be important.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, you take this away right here, right meow.
Okay.
Go for it.
The pressure.
And a new segment called Wow, Everything is Computer. And before we get into it, when I read Everything is Computer, I thought of the Lego song. Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. I
Everything
wish it was
is
that cool.
computer. Everything's AI and it fucking sucks. This comes from Zarmina Khan over at PS Lifestyle. An internal PlayStation tech demo has leaked, causing a stir. An internal PlayStation character tech demo has leaked, and it's already causing some restlessness among players. It's an unusual leak in that we rarely see in-game or in-development prototypes like these, but The Verge has somehow gotten its hands on a video that shows Sony dabbling into artificial intelligence for game development. GIFs from the video, which has since been hit by a copyright strike, can be found hosted on The Verge. Footage is also circulating on Twitter. It shows an AI-powered version of Horizon franchise protagonist Aloy, who's talking to players and responding to queries with an AI-generated voice and facial movements as opposed to a real voiceover with motion capture. The Verge claims that the video also showed AI Aloy within the, quote, full Horizon Forbidden West game, end quote, suggesting that the tech is pretty far advanced. This is just a glimpse of what is possible, says SIE Director of Software Engineering Sharwin Ragho Bardajal. Sharwin, I hope I nailed that. In the vid, leaving players concerned that Sony will be leaning into AI for character development in future games. It has long been argued that removing real voices and motion capture from characters kills personal touch and immersion and puts the games industry at risk. Every forum that the video and its GIFs are circulating on is full of players expressing concerns.
Yeah, man. Did you guys see the leak video of?
No.
Okay. The first thing I was worried about is like, are they using Ashley Birch's voice?
That was gonna be my first question as well. Because
I mean, throughout all the paperwork, one must consent to lend their not even her voice.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very much this is an AI like British woman talking. And using Aloy's body to emit this.
Like my Garmin when I'm in my car.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. Or the I don't know, the sexy Australian voice you put on because of course it's Australian. So it didn't sound like her in the slightest. So cool beans there. This is a really deep cut, and I want to shout out Jordan Midler because I literally thought about posting this, and then I saw his post to this on Blue Sky. This screams Project Milo, the Kinect demo that they showed on E3 all those years back, where this woman is talking to a AI boy about like his day and like what's going on in the world around him. It just seems like, for lack of better words, Google search or Cortana on Microsoft talking to you and giving you search results.
I pulled up the GIF here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess around. I'm sorry, video viewers. I don't want to mess with anything too much this week.
No.
It looks awful. Like it's very much Aloy looking at camera and just over enunciating the her mouth movement. So it's very much like this, where her mouth is like really wide and open and talking really, really weird.
Yeah,
at least that's what it looks like. It looks awful. I don't like it. It's
not, and I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, okay? All right? Literally, I'm devil's advocate, you're Keanu. This is not meant to be commercial yet, or this wasn't meant to be shown in public at all. So, of course, it's going to be a little rough, but you get the idea of what they're trying to go for.
But, so, my next question is, though, why? What purpose does this serve? Why do we need to be able to actually talk to Aloy in game? First of all, I kind of thought we were supposed to be Aloy. Second of all, why? Third of all, don't even get me started on the implications of now we're getting into weird territory. We've seen enough movies. Have we not watched Black Mirror? Have we not watched anything about AI? Like, come on. We're killing off oceans so we can ask Aloy a question.
So to play devil's advocate, and I'm Al Pacino, the level of immersion would be like, hey, I'm walking along a street and I'm just like talking to my controller, right? And I'm like, man, where's this quest? And maybe one of the AI pick that up and go, oh, I heard that like something weird's happening if you turn left. Like that type of immersion, but I'm assuming.
Hey, you can also click
Aloy,
left stick
where am I?
And you also can click left stick and the waypoint pops up. Like, I don't...
Exactly.
What... I know this is a tech demo, and they're always pushing the boundaries, and just because it's a tech demo doesn't mean it's going to be something they implement. Yep. But usually it's like point A of something that they either modify for actual users or whatever the case may be. Why? Like, we don't need this.
I think we can all agree this feels like the gateway drug as an excuse to use this in other ways in game development.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, hey, look at this really cool thing that we were able to do here. Also, this will eliminate a whole team of people that we don't need anymore.
And there was just a movie or a game or something released where they canceled all the voice actors because they were going to use all AI. So we're already seeing this happen. Now they're teasing this. Don't get me wrong. There is a time and a place for AI. There are very, very useful applications for AI. Mm-hmm. This is not one of them.
Yeah. So my question here, and I think actually that goes into Papa Taz's question. Of course, you could write in if you're not a bot over to the Trophy Room Discord server. You gotta complete that CAPTCHA quiz. That's how they get you.
No trolls welcome here.
That's
Also,
right.
when we do those, does everyone always click the box, even if like a tiny little piece of the object is in
Always.
it? Okay, good.
Okay, real talk. We're gonna just talk about split fiction for a second. There's part of the game where you have to do that. It is the funniest thing ever. Now segue back. To Papa Taz writes in. Again, you could ask your questions in the Trophy Room Discord at any time, but usually I ask on Wednesdays and y'all come through just like Papa Taz. He writes, is there any benefit for using AI in gaming? I, for one, do not know, as I'm afraid it will take away from the art of the content we play. Much love. There's a lot to say there because, like, for me, that's the one thing I kind of, that's my concern. Listening to the Jason Schreier interview with Luke over at XEP, I love what Jason said because it was something that I felt in my heart, but didn't know how to say it, which is like, I believe people genuinely want to view art made by people because there is feeling and emotion there. This feels like this it's always like slippery slope of like how much is too much until it starts stripping away at what makes art art. Like if it's just something of an extension of the brush, great. But if we are eliminating 40 people in order to get that brush, then we're also eliminating 40 voices and 40 ideas that could possibly make that game great. So I don't know. I bring this question to you, Light. What do you feel? Again, not experts and not AI experts.
No,
Okay,
by any means.
I look at this panel right now, and everything computer. So I go to you, Light. Where do you feel like okay? Here's an okay territory for AI to live, and here's where AI needs to stay the hell away.
I don't like generative AI. I think there's a lot of ethical implications there that are not worked out yet. I think there's a lot of just a lot of problems that I'm not on board with the generative AI. Like I said, there are practical reasons to use AI. Like in the medical field, they've been using AI for a long time. They're now using it to discover tumors and things like that. Yeah. That's absolutely okay. So like you said, if it's an extension of something you're already doing, so maybe excuse me, maybe AI like goes through and makes sure you don't have any typos in your subtitles. I don't know. Something like that I'm totally okay with. But if we're talking generative AI where it's coming up with its own, for lack of a better word, ideas or things like that, I'm not okay with it because I want my content to be generated by humans. Because like you said, there's something special about hearing stories from other people and experiencing things from other people. We already have an astounding lack of empathy. Now, if we're going to be having stories and things created by a computer, we're not getting exposed to those different viewpoints and those different ideas. We're getting exposed to a computer's viewpoint and ideas. And then that's not even to talk about the fact that it has no way of knowing whether it's stolen ideas from somebody else or taken ideas from somebody else. And there's a lot there that makes me really uncomfortable. And if you're going to use it to streamline your process or to double check, make sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. But generative AI, I think, has a long way to go. And especially if you want to do it ethically.
Yep. I think you said it perfectly.
Yeah.
Kyle Stevenson, anything to add?
Yeah, just to add to that, like when you really think of what generative AI does is it's taking from other people's work and morphing it into something and continually learning, basically just taking other people's stuff and reworking it. But like there is a place for AI in gaming when it comes to the back end of some things, right? Like when you really think of it, at the end of the day, a CPU is AI. Like it's just running how the game works. Like if AI is used to, randomize things for like loot per se, or
Mm-hmm.
like that stuff I'm cool with, because if it works, it works. Like if it procedurally generates a new map every time you load in, and that is using AI in that terms, I'm okay with it. But when it comes to like, here's a brand new world totally made by AI, or here's voiceover that's not a real person, like that is when I'm so out on, because I like the human element in everything, and without it, it feels like candy. Like there's no nutritional value there.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, I like when I think of what, like the funny thing I think of is like the paperclip theory, where it's like, like it's like you task an AI to keep on making paper clips, and then it ends up just becoming Skynet. So like that stuff legitimately like freaks me out. Like I do. Here's my tinfoil hat on. Like I do think there is a deeper hole with AI that these people with a lot more money than us want with it, rather than just, hey, here's how to generate a whole world. I do think, like, I know this is a PlayStation podcast, they want to generate a consciousness, and I think that's what they really want to do with AI, is like make digital copies of yourself. And that's what's important to them. I look at generative AI and I look at it as all garbage. All of it's garbage. There's never been one AI thing that I was like, oh wow, that looks incredible. No, it's all shit. And so, when I think about generative AI, I just look at like soulless garbage. When I think about like how AI could be helpful, it is in like machine learned stuff. Like we're going to talk about some of the cool stuff in a second about the PlayStation 5 Pro, but like it's also in like things like, yeah, helping me how to proofread, helping me with a search or a recipe. And even there, it's not great yet, because like I can try to look at a recipe on Google and then it tells me to kill myself. So like to me, it's like we're in such an infancy stage with AI that we need to put strict boundaries around it. And I'm scared and worried and concerned that we're acting too slow to put those boundaries up. And we're even seeing it right now, where it's like Microsoft's already reconsidering their thoughts on AI. Like you see a lot of tech companies already juggling the idea of like, is this even worth it? Like we thought generative AI would take off, and it's really just like killing Google. So do we really care about this? It's that those conversations happening. So this is weird. But even when it comes to like using voice talent, like if you're an indie studio and you want to use a AI voice, cool. Don't fire your voice actors and then use their voices to copy over. Use that voice. Like I've seen that debate happen in the indie scene. And I think that's something they need to hash out amongst themselves. But to me, generative, all of this is not interesting. Like Aloy being AI, like having someone in the world listen to me, that doesn't make me feel nice. None of this feels like something I want in a video game, and that's the most important thing. Is like, does this make my game better? I don't see how it does. So that's kind of where I stand on it. I think it's
maybe I zoned out while you were talking about the voice part of it.
You work 10 hours.
It's fine. Yeah. I still don't like AI voices at all.
Fair.
Because like that takes away from a voice actor opportunity.
Yeah.
So like,
and I think
have someone get their start in games could be that smaller indie studio, and instead of someone having that chance, they're going to use an AI voice instead, just because they don't want to pay a real person and get like a authentic performance out of it.
I think a game like The Lost Crown, where there was an AI voice, and you can tell it was, it kind of took me out of the game. But like, if you can't, and that's the other thing, it's like, well, if you can't afford an AI voice, well then how much are you really paying for that game? You know what I mean? So again, there's so much ethical stuff that it's for people much smarter than me to figure out.
There, like, obviously I'm not a game dev, okay? Yeah. So take what I say with a grain of salt, because what the hell do I know? But you can't tell me there wouldn't be people out there who would work on your game for free just to be able to put it on a resume. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
always
true.
half joke about wanting to get into the voice side of games and stuff. I would never like actually put myself out there because I wouldn't. But like if there was a free opportunity to be like, hey, do you want to do this for free and I'll put your voice in my game? Hell yeah, because then maybe I can use that as a reel to put someplace else. Like
Yeah.
there are people out there who are just looking for opportunities and they might take them as long as you flat out say from step one, like, hey, this is not a paid gig, but you can be in it because we need voices. Or, hey, we're really small. We can pay you $10. Like, sure, you might not get a ton of applicants, but you can't tell me there aren't people out there who wouldn't take you up on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
That-
an excuse.
Yep.
That said, we all are looking for voice work. I just want my credit in a game. That's all I want. You want me to be the president? Watch this. I'm going to read just the title of the next story. Ready for this? Ubisoft is horribly managed. The investor says reports claim EA and Microsoft might buy franchises. This comes from Eddie McCutch. That's a funny name, Eddie. At GameSpot.
Obama? When did you get here?
Sasha Malia, they love GameSpot. But Michelle is an IGN gal. There you go. Put me in a video game. All right. Put my Barack in there.
I will read your books on tape.
Yeah.
Yes.
Either that voice show or just audition for Goat Simulator 4 with your new goat.
There you go. Yeah.
Perfect.
Brr.
But as
Kyle,
as Barack said,
Yeah.
this next story is all about Ubisoft.
We're on a first name basis. We're on nickname
Exactly.
basis.
Ubisoft is quote-unquote horribly mismanaged and has failed to inform the public about supposed conversations with Microsoft and EA regarding possible acquisition deals. That's according to the Ubisoft minority shareholder AJ Investments, which said in a memo that it might organize a protest at Ubisoft's office in Paris to help elevate its concerns and get attention. AJ Investments CEO Jiraj Krupa said in a statement seen by IGN that Ubisoft is, quote, horribly mismanaged by current management. The investment group, which previously urged Ubisoft management to make drastic changes, said Ubisoft needs to disclose a, quote, clear roadmap for recovery, end quote, amid declining shareholder value, lackluster operational execution, and failure to adapt effectively to market trends, end quote. Krupa went on to say that the private financial market platform Merger Market carried a story that claims Ubisoft was talking to Microsoft, EA, and other companies about it potentially acquiring unspecified franchises from Ubisoft. Krupa said Ubisoft management failed to disclose these discussions publicly. A spokesperson for Ubisoft reiterated what it said months ago, which is that Ubisoft is in the process of conducting a strategic review of, quote, transformation, strategic, and capitalistic options, end quote, but that the company does not plan to make public announcements until a possible deal materializes. In addition to possibly Microsoft and EA, Ubisoft is reported to possibly be in discussions with Tencent about some kind of financing deal. Why did that sound weird? It remains to be seen how this might all materialize, but one possibility that's rumored is Ubisoft selling off individual franchises. Krupa added that the latest delay for Assassin's Creed Shadows to March 20th caused Ubisoft's stock to decline in value. But mainly retail investors were harmed by this, not institutional investors like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, because Ubisoft did not act appropriately, quote unquote, as AJ Investment sees it. The company is asking frustrated investors to join a protest planned for May. Krupa said AJ Investments will call off its protest if Ubisoft's strategic review leads to an end result that increases shareholder value. It also hasn't ruled out suing Ubisoft. Quote, Ubisoft has continued to underperform compared to its industry peers, and it is time for the company to listen to its shareholders. This demonstration will be a powerful statement from investors who believe in the company's potential but demand urgent change, Krupa said, end quote. Feels like I had a stroke reading that, and I don't know why.
Again, you've worked a 10-hour shift. You're
Yeah.
good, man. Been looking at documents all day.
All day.
Surprised you're not gone cross-eyed.
I know, right? Well, I think I saw him do that when he said Krupa for the fourth time.
It was saying the word possibly like
Right
5
there.
times in 2 sentences.
That's fair enough. Okay. All this is a lot of jargon. Let's talk about what the gamers are talking about. Capital G, baby. That
They're
is
cool kids.
That's right. The shit we care about. Listen, no one cares about what these stockholders say or think. I don't.
Nope.
Right? Oh, they only care right now because it's finally hit the bottom line. Right? This is shit we've been saying for literally years now. And now when it hits the fan, you want to say something. AJ, first off, that's a name. All right? Bullies are named AJ, and nobody likes them. That said, this is interesting. Kyle, I'll throw this question to you.
Yeah.
Ubisoft was talking to Microsoft, EA, and other companies about potentially acquiring unspecified franchises from Ubisoft. How do you feel about, I think someone in the Discord said, the shambling corpse of Microsoft
Oh no.
gobbling up another franchise or maybe even another publisher? Now that they're multi-platform, do we still have an issue with it?
God, that is such an interesting question, because to me, there isn't an obvious answer. Because, like, I mean, from the beginning, I don't want any company to buy another big thing like this again. I don't want any sort of consolidation in that front. But if it means to save the IP and to make sure the future of those games are bright and we're still getting them, like, Lord knows, somebody get Splinter Cell out from their hands. Like, you know, something along those lines where they keep teasing it. They've been teasing it forever and nothing's happening.
Word.
Beyond Good and Evil 2. What is going on with that video game?
Someone in the Discord was like, Driver. I'm like, I haven't thought about that game in eons.
They're still
man.
making Just Dance. Like, when are we, you know, realizing that maybe grabbing IP from other studios might help in Ubisoft's case?
Sure.
But I'm just worried. Like,
Solo wrote that in, by the way. Solo, shout out.
Cool. Shout out Solo. Yeah, I'm just worried, like, if they were to buy them outright, like, that's more people out of work.
Yep.
Redundancies, obviously. That just puts everything under one house, which I don't love. I don't know, but it's a double-edged sword, I feel like. Yay, IP will have a chance to live and breathe, probably. But it's all under one roof. It's weird.
Yeah, I truly, like, I don't know what the future of Ubisoft looks like at the end of the year. Like, I don't know. And seeing this, it screams of desperation, but it's like, what would they give up at this point? Because they need things like the Tom Clancy IP, right? They need, there's no way on God's green earth, like, Assassin's Creed is remotely on the table. Like, they need those two IP that's really important to them. How much does a Rayman get them? Guy don't even got no arms or legs, right? He's just a floating thing.
Fun question.
How much does the rabbits get you?
Yeah. Fun follow-up question. If we were to choose, or if we were to think, what are the untouchable IPs for Ubi? Outside of Assassin's Creed, because I do think that's one of them. Okay. What are the other ones?
All right. I mean, as someone who's never played a Splinter Cell game, Tegan, have you ever played a Splinter Cell game?
No, I haven't.
All right, so let's play a game, you and I. Both total noobs to this IP, but you hear so many things about it. Do we chuck this thing, or do we keep it and say this is ours? What do you think?
I think since they haven't touched it in Lord knows how long, I think that's one that they sell off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think it means a lot to them.
Then why haven't you released one?
Exactly.
Another one, if they were going to do a sequel to the Avatar games, that didn't really land, but there is potential there, especially because new movies are continuing to come out. That could be one that they would sell.
I would say for sure they would keep Assassin's Creed. I think they for sure would keep The Division.
Yeah.
And I think they for sure keep I feel like Watch Dogs is the third. And it's just dormant for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Or Prince of Persia. Interchange either one of those.
I think they're double tapping Watch Dogs in the back of the head. I think they're done with it.
Because that's one that they have upkeep, right?
Yep.
Like they have servers and they have that's expensive. So I don't know. What about Far Cry?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Far Cry was Ubi. It's been a minute since Far Cry.
Yeah.
Because Far Cry was, like it hit its golden age around 3, and then it kind of slowly declined, and then there was mixed reviews for the last one.
I liked it, damn it. I like Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, I liked it too, but I've still never beaten the one that's in Montana. I've started it like 4 times.
Same.
I always make it to the sister zone and then I stop playing it.
I love 4 too much that 5 just didn't do it for me.
See, 3 was my first and my favorite.
Yeah,
4 was like, okay, I finished it, but I didn't like it as much as 3, and then 5 I just can't finish. I didn't play the DLC for it. I don't know. But that could be one that they sell off because yes, they keep making games for it, but I don't know how well it's done for them recently.
Sure. I mean, as we say this, we're on the eve of Rainbow Six being announced. Rainbow Six X, the next generation.
For real?
Yeah. When this podcast
you
goes
mean
live.
Rainbow Six Twitter?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Come on, Joe.
Come on, Joe.
That'd be great. It's a bunch of racists and bigots killing each other. That's a game. Yeah, I'd watch that. Bloodsport. Yeah, no, I like that's when I feel like you can't, like there's so many. It's like what weird, very like I don't know. Maybe Splinter Cell is one that they would be willing to sell off because they're like, hey, listen, we haven't cracked the code on this. We don't know how to do it anymore. Here you go. Right? My question to you, Kyle, because this is a PlayStation show, gosh darn it.
Is it?
What last time I checked. What's a franchise out of Ubisoft slate that PlayStation needs?
That they need?
That they need it. Right
now. Are we talking like in the hypothetical that it would be a PlayStation exclusive?
So, all right, here's
because PlayStation doesn't need anything, right? If they stay third party, we'll still get to play on PlayStation.
Which one fits the best as a PlayStation exclusive?
Yes. Or in the PlayStation first party, this one makes sense.
I've said this forever. They need a first person shooter, so I would say Far Cry.
Okay.
They need a. I feel like first person shooters, if they're not on the indie level, we're just not getting anything outside of Call of Duty and Apex. I've been blanking on the other ones. Titanfall, maybe, but even then, that's old now at this point. Like, where are the first person shooters at that aren't like already established franchises?
I mean, that's why, to me, I think the one that would have made the most sense for PlayStation is Rainbow Six Siege. Because this is one that it's not like the most, Twitch-based. It's, to me, I always call it like the chess of shooters. It's very slow and methodical. But it's not as big as your Call of Duties, but it has a dedicated audience that they do want to resurrect and put that fire back in the oven, as I've made up that saying. So I think that's one that they're interested in. Well, what say you? Like, what's a game that fits the mold? And it doesn't have to be like, listen, it doesn't have to make sense. You can make it make sense. You know what I'm saying?
I think something like dude, I had to jinx it. What the hell?
You're getting sick right now. No. She's turning pale.
I think something like a Star Wars Outlaws or Pandora Frontiers of whatever.
Yeah.
Because those are like first person, well, not first person, but single player narrative.
Fair enough.
I think Pandora, I feel like that's kind of PlayStation's MO. And I don't know. I think they could do some cool stuff with it.
Fair enough. Oh, no, she's dying.
I just thought of another one that is a slam dunk that ties together the old regime with the new regime. It's The Division. PlayStation wants a live service game. It is.
Yeah. Go in the dark zone, extract some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Grind Kid writes in.
He's in the middle.
There's a Kratos.
Where are you going, boy?
With his Crocs on.
Exactly.
Yes. You laugh, but it would look good. Grime Kid writes, I just hope Ubisoft games stay on all consoles. I know they've been getting a lot of shtick lately, but I absolutely love all Ubisoft games. Far Cry's are some of my favorites. But this could be good news as well, as there are so many good IP that have just been left dormant sometime, like Splinter Cell. Or for some time. Yeah, I mean, but even then, it's like they have tried to go out there. I think it was the Evil Empire and make a new Prince of Persia game, which was weird. You made 2 of them last year. All right, that was a choice. Which was like smaller indie, but it doesn't seem like it's hit. But yeah, I think, Kyle, to answer your question prior, exclusives are dying. Like, just the way that we think of an exclusive, like Xbox versus PlayStation exclusives, those are kind of like done. They make less and less sense. And when I say that, I'm not saying like PlayStation games are going to be on Xbox and well, they are on Nintendo. But like even then, you're seeing the lines blur. What I'm saying is like you're going to see them on multiple places, like, you know, PC and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, sure. I just wanted to clarify what you meant of like, what does PlayStation need?
Yeah, really no, that's fair enough. J Mavs writes, which Ubisoft franchise? I think we maybe answered this. I feel bad if we start gloss over you. Has the best chance at a resurrection with either Microsoft or PlayStation. To be specific, I mean quality of the franchise, potential next installment, game of the year quality. Listen, you hand Splinter Cell over to the Coalition over at Xbox. Look at that lighting in Unreal Engine 5. They're the masters of it. They're some of the best devs in the building business that handle it. That game's gonna look.
Are they the ones doing Perfect Dark?
No, they're doing Gears E-Day.
Who's doing Perfect Dark?
Perfect Dark is pretty much
Initiative.
The Initiative, but it's my goodness, the folks that made Tomb Raider, Crystal Dynamics.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much a double A thing.
Yeah, because I was just thinking like that's already pretty close to Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't Joanna Dark kind of like stealthy?
Yeah.
I think so.
Best chance of a resurrection, man. Skull and
strong
bones.
jawline. No.
I don't know.
Rip.
Honestly, bring back Rayman.
Okay.
Because like, does Xbox have a quote unquote mascot platformer? PlayStation has Astrobot now.
Okay.
Well, technically they own Spyro now, don't they?
Technically.
And Crash.
And Crash. That's fair.
Right?
And Banjo-Kazooie.
That's fair. They have options.
They got options, so they don't need any more options. And that's the thing too. It's like when handing over another IP to Microsoft, for me, the thing that gives me the ick is like, dude, they already own so much of this industry.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, even if it's multiplat, it's like, enough is enough. Again, as we joke around with PlayStation, they don't need any of this. I don't want them to own any of this.
Mm-hmm.
I want Ubisoft to be healthy and do their own thing. If they're going to sell off, I don't even want it to go over to EA because God knows they're going to cancel it like they do with every other Titanfall spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they really just need to trim down. Like they're working on so many things at one time that it feels a little bit unnecessary. Like, why do you need to be working on 5 different games at one time? Like, it's been awesome having Outlaws released and then Shadows is going to be released and then, like all these games back to back to back. That's really cool. Don't get me wrong. But also, like, if you can't support that, maybe don't. Maybe slow things down. Figure out where you actually want to put your resources. Have all these people work on one game, all these people work on a second game, and then slow it down. Like, you don't need to have... Because if you're just releasing things that are not what people want or the quality they want, then slow it down,
I think you hit a good nail on the head there with, the one thing that we give Ubisoft a lot of credit might be the thing that is a bit of their downfall, where it's like, we always credit them for being at the forefront of like all this new tech in games, right? Like going into VR, with transference, or I think being with the Wii U, or in the Nintendo Switch, and then making stuff with Xbox and the wilds of PlayStation. Like they know how to like make and wheel and deal, but there's so many projects that end up also being NFT projects, right? Like little bullshit. This will make maybe a quick buck scheme. It's like, how about we focus on the core of what makes Ubisoft Ubisoft? And I think to a point they've done a good job with like Assassin's Creed. They're reconfiguring themselves with the Division. And I think that's a smart move. Like, make your tenants, hey, Rainbow Six, Tom Clancy, Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, Far Cry. Like, those could be it. And then focus on those things and grow them. Not all this, like, let's just start shooting from the hip type of stuff,
I do
All right,
miss,
Kyle Stevenson.
I do just really quickly. I miss the Ubi art stuff, like the smaller,
Yeah.
like Child of Light and Valiant Hearts were great. I don't know. Please just get healthy. Get rid of all the
And get
upper
weird again.
management stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And get rid of that trash up there. Yeah. All right, Kyle Stevenson. Let's talk about what the we just saw. I don't know how to describe it.
Was it 19 inches of Magellan Man?
Yeah, no, I mean, first off, Kojima, he's announced his game, Death Stranding 2, release date, all that good jazz. Gorgeous vistas, puppet people, mucky mecha kaiju battles. And, hey, we have him at home, but somehow he's still hot, Solid Snake. Is kind of not really in it.
If something happens to that baby, I will go to Kojima in person and I will have words.
You think Kojima's gonna kill this kid?
I don't know. I haven't played the first game, but that baby's freaking cute. Yeah. And I will have something to say.
Like, if you were to guess what that baby's name is, what do you think it is?
BB. Isn't it BB?
At the beginning it is, yes, but he doesn't get another name.
Oh, is it a
fella? AJ. Callback joke.
No! It's a good callback.
The baby's name is Lou.
Lou?
Yeah.
Lou. Do we know Lou's a boy?
Is it a boy?
Lou could be either. I'm just saying.
Oh, you know what? That's a good call. Yeah. I don't remember.
I always thought Lou was a girl.
That's fair. It's fair. I actually do not remember.
Okay, if anything happens to Lou, Kojima, count your days. I will be on your doorstep having some words, and I haven't even played the games.
That said, Kyle Stevenson and I have played this game. Taking a look at the trailer, definitely a Kojima joint, definitely strange, definitely out there. But oh my Atlanta, am I in? What did you see that excited you? What's the thing that you're hoped for? What's your or hyped for? What are your hopes for it? Go for it. Take it away, Kyle Stevenson.
Oh man, Kojima knows how to make a trailer, or in this case, a short film. What didn't I like about it? I think it was weird enough for me to be interested in checking out the full game, like he always does. Even in the first one, right? Like all the weird trailers we got before the first one released. When I played it, there's still stuff like, what is this? Like, what is this turn? And there's still so much more that I'm excited to find out. The thing for me is just how gorgeous this game looks. I'm not even talking about the cutscenes. I'm talking about just seeing Sam walk around in the vistas in the second one. Those areas look amazing. Shout out to, I think, my favorite shot, well, the two actually, is the one with like the supernova in the sky, like the rainbow like burst. Oh, that shot's beautiful. And then the shot where he is walking to a building and the moon is super close to wherever he is, and just that shot it's just gorgeous. The song from Mud Kid that's in this trailer is awesome. I've been listening to it on repeat all week. The characters all look cool and exciting enough. I don't know if you noticed it, Joe, or if anyone else picked up on it. I haven't seen anyone like live react to the trailer or pointed it out. But there's a character, I believe her name is Rainy, in the game.
Okay. Mhm.
She was in the rain without anything covering her head, and she seemed fine. So if you know anything about the first game, rain is called timefall, and if the rain touches any part of you, you instantly fast forward in age.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's out there in the rain, if it's in current time and nothing is happening to her, that's cool. I want to know more about that character. Like, Kojima loves making these weird characters and they become really engaging and like wanting to attach themselves to it. Because I think you did, Joe, I know many other people hopped right back into one. I did, and like running into Heartman again, and Mama, played by Margaret Qualley, like insanely amazing characters that I have such a connection to that I forgot because I played it 5 years ago at this point, or 4.5 years ago at this point. I'm just ready for the ride and trying to figure out what's happening, really. And the hints at the trailer too of like deliveries are automated. So like, are we doing less delivering? Is it going to be more action packed?
And so the first game was about the rope. This game is about the stick. So it's like that would then assume if the rope was connecting and bridges and we're doing all this stuff, then the stick is when now we're in fighting. Now there is actual, like, I don't know, like there was violence in the last game. There was action, but like
it's wasn't about the main focus. Yeah,
exactly. So is there a bigger focus on action now? I mean, shit, the big giant kaiju at the end. I would think that means yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm right there with you. I'm in it for the ride. Like one of the shots that like just took my breath away was like seeing him on the highest peak of this mountain, and he's literally in the clouds. And you're like, Jesus Christ! Like this is the game you go out there, you buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. Like Kyle, if you were like Joe, I'm buying a PlayStation 5 Pro.
Oh, I had that thought instantly afterwards. So like I feel like I have a deadline because I want to play this game in the highest possible quality.
Yeah. It's and even looking at this trailer right now, there is a lot more. There's at least a more emphasis on the action part, but at the same exact time, I love walking around. Like I just love walking and
to contradict one of our earlier stories on the show. Shout out to the Decima engine, which is what he's using, which is a Guerrilla-made engine.
Yep.
Don't need AI because this game looks gorgeous, and that is their thing. So, man, shout out! Oh my god, I can't wait.
I mean, I still think it'll be a get from point A to point B.
Absolutely.
But maybe there is a little bit more action in it. Again, as I say that, it's like I'm just in it for the ride. I'm in it because Troy Baker has a guitar that shoots lightning out of it, you know?
Yeah.
Shit. Norman Reedus is it? Look at this guy.
I actually totally forgot that Elle Fanning is in this game. Until this trailer. I completely forgot about that.
She looks great, and I love Dollman. Like, there's already like these people have the dumbest names.
Do we know who she plays, Elle Fanning?
No,
she plays a character. Let me see. I'm actually at the point where it gives the characters' names and all that stuff.
Before, when we saw her previously, I thought she was on Sam's side. In this trailer, it feels like she is with Higgs, Troy Baker's character, who is like the villain.
Yep.
Interesting, because to me, I don't know why, but the baby looks like her. So I thought maybe there's going to be something where she is the baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate that.
Having never played the game, I have no idea, but that's what the baby looks like her to me.
And as someone who's played the game, I thought that as well. So Norman Reedus, of course, he's Sam. We got Fragile by Lea Seydoux, which she's such a phenomenal actress.
Yep.
Go watch all the James Bond movies. God damn it. Tarman, George Miller's in this movie. God bless you, sir. Higgs, Troy Baker. Ellie Fanning plays Tomorrow, which there was like a description of her. It's like that name is very much like she's projecting herself from another timeline, something like that, into the present, but she's actually doing it from the past. Something weird. You have the doll man. He's the cutest son of a gun.
Don't you say that? No.
Why, little puppy?
That's the little... No.
Little Geppetto boy.
No.
You don't like Little Geppetto man?
No.
He's a cute little son of a gun.
I listened and I judged Joe.
He's a little keychain boy.
Interesting, because I'm trying to see
Much
what
proud.
Elle Fanning's character was described as, the Joe you just mentioned.
Yeah.
And the first thing up is the conspiracies of they believe that tomorrow is an adult version of BB and Lou.
There you go.
Listen,
Yeah.
people accuse me of seeing movies and playing games before I actually do it for the first time. I just pay attention, okay?
Yeah.
I just pay attention.
I love
if
it.
this is right, mark it on your calendars. If I got that right, I'm just saying, I haven't even played the game, and I'm calling that out.
Then you have the president, Alistair Duncan, which the president was Die Hardman 11 months ago prior to the sequel. What happened to Die Hardman?
He died hard, man.
Damn.
Then we have
Hey,
Lucy.
Hold on. Let's not pass by Alistair Duncan. Do you know that name?
Mm-mm.
You both should know that name. He's Mimir.
No fucking.
That's the actor who plays
Yeah.
Mimir in God of War.
Does he have a body in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a silver fox, dude. Like, for president, I'm gonna give him a hard 9, honestly. And most presidents, they're solid 2s, maybe 3s.
So I cannot wait to hear Mimir as the president. I'm very excited.
Except Eisenhower, he was a hunk. And then we have Deborah Wilson, the doctor. Dude, love Deborah Wilson.
Did you notice her quirk?
Yes, you could put her hands
No.
in solid object.
No.
What?
Pull that seat up again.
Okay.
I saw a still frame and I was like, the fuck?
She's got 2 right hands.
Oh, cool.
Kojima, like, there's nobody out there that is doing Kojima stuff, and I'm so excited to learn about all
To
these
be
characters.
in his brain or a fly in the
Exactly.
wall while he's explaining his thought process.
Oh,
Because he's got to explain this to the people that are creating it.
1,000,000%.
I would just be in that meeting like, I have no idea what you're saying, but yeah, okay, sure, yeah, all right.
And
Yeah,
Shinkawa, his artist, who from like Metal Gear days, like taking his Kojima's ideas and bringing them to life in such amazingly cool looking ways. What a pairing!
Yeah. God damn, this game looks great. I can't wait to get weird with it. Troy Baker is somehow evil Jesus as well. It's just, there's just so much weird stuff in here. That said, like you expounded after watching this trailer, you and your husband have decided on what, miss?
I am finally gonna play it. He's gonna coach me through it, at least the beginning, so that I can, get my feet underneath me literally, since I just kept falling over the 2 other times I tried to play it on my own.
That's fair.
And he's gonna coach me. We're gonna play through it. He has a couple trophies left for the platinum, so we might
Really?
also try to clean up his trophies while we're doing it,
Okay.
and see if we can get him the platinum.
There you
And
go.
yeah, I had to, wait a little bit, but that's the
You're
plan.
on the hype train, and I love
That's
this.
the plan. Yeah, I am.
Though I will say, Kyle Stevenson,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to form an alliance. I would like to form an alliance.
You can't keep saying that. What are we lying on?
Death Stranding 2 on the Beach Collector's Edition. Here's what comes with it. The main stuff. 15 inches of Heartman.
Oh, not Heartman, Magellan Man.
Sorry,
Okay.
Magellan Man. Shit.
It's the big kaiju thing at the end of the trailer.
Anyway, Dollman keychain. I think that's cool. Exosuit unlocks it in a whole lot of like.
I'm gonna relook up a picture of him. I remember him being creepy.
Yeah, it's a little puppet. But here's the thing, Kyle. Just like every other,
Dude,
deluxe.
you
What?
cannot call this cute.
He's a cute little boy.
This is nightmare fuel.
We talking about the
He's
doll
moving
man?
up. Yeah.
Cute. He's hanging there. Dude.
He's a keychain boy.
Dude.
Look, I'm doing this
No.
little mimic right now. This is
No.
not scary. This
And he talks. He talks.
is- Yeah.
Nope.
Also,
Nope.
another thing I
And he
noticed.
hisses. He does a little evil hiss when he's angry.
Another thing I noticed in the trailer, there was a character in that looked like Dollman, but wasn't the little Dollman.
Mm.
Like his human version before he got turned into a Dollman. In parts of that trailer.
Well,
Anyways.
We're laughing at this man's pain. Anyway, uh, there's no disc in the deluxe version, the $230 version, and there is no steelbook. What are we coming to as a society? What are we saying that's acceptable to come in a digital or a deluxe game?
Look who's finally on my side.
This is why an alliance must be formed, Kyle.
How do you not even have a steelbook?
Right.
How do you not even have a steelbook?
Got it for Cyberpunk.
Got
for Borderlands 3.
It's just sad, right? Like if anyone watches the show week to week, you'll probably see me wearing an MLB The Show hat. Even them don't have a version this year where I can get a new hat and a really cool steelbook. It's unfortunately the norm because people want digital and they don't see the reason to put extra money into that kind of physical reward or for the edition just because they see more people getting the digital stuff than an actual disc, which is a bummer because steelbook art and steelbooks in general are such a cool thing that I like to display. And just having the disc, we've gone on and on, so I won't add to it.
Well, it only comes with those 3 things, though?
And there's like a couple other knickknacks and doodads.
There's digital pre-order stuff, like skins for exoskeletons, an early gun unlock, some...
So I ordered
15 inches of Magellan Man.
I ordered the Shadows one, because I just got the reminder email to make sure you had money in your account, because it was going to pull soon. Grateful, by the way. Do you remember what comes in that? Like, is this just the new norm? There's like a statue in that one.
And Ubisoft, listen, hats off to you when a job well done. They're giving you your steelbook. They're giving you the disc. They're giving you the statue, right? Like they're giving you shit that you need to play the game with, man. Or to hang up and be a collector's thing.
Indiana Jones, I got that one. Came with a freaking globe.
Yeah.
And a little airplane that opens the globe with a secret spot. You put the airplane in the secret spot and the globe opens. It's a little notebook in there. Call back to the game. And a little artifact in there. And a steel case. And that felt like not nearly enough.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It was really... But like, if you think back to the God of War one. So much stuff. The Horizon Forbidden West one. So much stuff.
Well... Horizon also did not come with a disc.
Yeah, I've made my peace with the no disc, but at least they came with a steelbook.
I haven't. Yes, but you're right.
I would prefer the disc, but at least it came with a steelbook and a lot of other cool shit. Yeah. Now it's like, hey, here's a little bit less for the same price. Hey, here's a little bit less for the same price.
I will never forget doing the show, Joe, when Wolfenstein 2's Collector's Edition was announced. And that didn't even come with a code for the game. It was just cool items in a package. They called it the Collector's Edition, but it didn't come with the game. And from that point on, I was like, oh, no. And we slowly have gone down. There are certain places that do it great, right? Like, I think PlayStation first-party stuff has been doing a good job, even though they haven't been, including the disc.
The Cyberpunk one was really good.
Yeah. Outside of them making them seemingly PlayStation Direct only, which we'll get to that in a little bit.
5 minutes.
But I think From Software do great collector's editions.
God bless. The Sekiro one. Shout out to the Sekiro one. The Sekiro collectors was only $100.
Yeah.
I remember that. And it's a really good one. Like it's high quality.
So yeah, there are places that still do it. But to not even include a steelbook, I think is a wild, wild choice.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. We've made a blood pact.
Boo.
Boo. Now Hawking writes, yay.
With that being said, you're still gonna get it or what?
No. I am not because it doesn't have a steelbook. And
interesting. Okay.
I don't have room for another giant statue.
Yeah, so like the Magellan Man, like I bet he's the coolest character in the game. But I don't have room for Magellan Man. I got 17 inches of Venom or whatever.
Yeah,
19 inches
I still have my Venom right here because I can't find another spot for him yet.
Exactly. So like I got a lot of shit in this room. If this was like, Bloodborne, yes, but like as much as I love Death Stranding, if you're not gonna put a steelbook, no buy. That said, I would kill for a BB unit
Yes.
in my
I
room.
want one of those.
Well, that was the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I missed the boat on that because I was a dumb idiot. I forget.
Yeah.
I probably had no job at the time.
I remember
Anyway,
the DualShock being like the see-through
Piss
yellow,
yellow.
and it was because it was piss.
all right, let's talk about
Which,
it.
like, you'll learn about in the
into this. Yeah, we gotta get into this. A question for the Sony Pony Express.
Yeah.
Hire me, voice actor. Having seen the trailer for the hype of Death Stranding 2, it looks great. I'm sure it will look fantastic on the Pro. My question is, I've never played the first one. Can I jump in and play the second? I've got so many games I haven't played, so I won't get around to the first one before the second one comes out. Can I watch a recap video, for example, to catch up, or will it make no sense? I can guarantee you this is a Kojima joint. It ain't coherent. You're gonna enjoy it for the themes.
Did somebody make a video, I'm sure, of a compilation of all the cutscenes? Because then it might you can at least just like watch through the story.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
I personally feel like I had to play the game before I jump into 2.
Yeah, I would say go for it, Kyle.
I was just gonna say you can probably watch a recap of all the cutscenes and get a good enough understanding of the game and the story. If you can, even I don't have a full grasp on it. Like you'll get to experience a lot of the really great performances in this game because this game has a lot of really great performances. And this is going to sound cliche as all hell. This game truly is about the journey and like going through the environment, and you do miss a whole lot, especially with like the musical soundtrack stuff as you're walking through is just so breathtaking, and you're gonna miss out a little bit. But if you purely just want to try to figure out the story, I think you can watch the cutscenes and be okay.
Yeah. That said, gang, first off, go play the original. You gotta experience it. It is about the journey. It's not about and also the destination. That's it. I'm trying to look at someone gave us a question and I forgot their name to put it in the notes, and now that's gonna bug me all night. Nonetheless, Astrobot PS5 bundle digital $399 disc version $449.99. So look at that. Astro bundle out in the wild. You can get it now, and it's $50 off. And you get literally Astro's Playroom and Astrobot. Fantastic freaking game. All right. Next up, I'll flash you. Yes, Cassie.
I was going to say, I didn't understand that because we didn't go fast yet.
Oh, sorry. You're right. Gotta go fast. I'm so sorry.
All right, now I'm ready.
Running.
I like how Light was like, I'm going to run, but I'm not tossing the Stanley Cup by accident.
Listen, if I start hacking up a lung, I need the water.
Exactly. All right.
Which is empty,
this
by the way.
bit of flash news is all about The Last of Us, baby. Let's go for it. First, Last of Us Part 3 leaks. This comes from Daniel RPK, and now there is a question about it. So this person is apparently a leaker. They put all their stuff behind a paywall. So all we know at this point in time is that yes, The Last of Us Part 3 is in production alongside Intergalactic, and they have the cast ready for The Last of Us Part 3. So this question comes from, I'm gonna just say player unknown at this point in time, and I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get your name right next week. Please write in. Hey Trio, I've seen some reports of The Last of Us Part 3 is in advanced production with some casting being done. Do we believe there is any sliver of validity to this? If so, how do we scale this from 1 to 10? Obviously a 10. But Kyle Stevenson, I throw this over to you first. Where do you fall on this? Because last week we were like, hey, listen, it ain't happening. Neil said it. But he's also said some double talk. I do want to give credence to what he said, like literally last year, which he's like, I have an idea for it. It's germinating up there, a Part 3. If it makes sense, I'll do it.
There is zero shot that Last of Us Part 3 is in advanced stages of production.
Oh, okay.
Because let's just go back to the timeline, right?
Sure.
They took over development for Part 2 remake.
Mm-hmm.
They have that. They were working on Last of Us multiplayer that got canceled. They've been seemingly 4 years into Intergalactic, I think Neil said last week.
And they I mean, another story. It's still ways off. So yeah.
So like, where in all of that have they had time to be super far into Last of Us Part 3? I just don't see how that fits, especially with how long and how much resources we know they put into Last of Us Online that got canceled. That would seemingly have made them a Last of Us Online only studio. I just find it very hard to believe that there was a Part 3 in the works alongside Intergalactic, alongside Last of Us Online.
Would it have been possible that Part 3 was going to be online? And then they're shifting it to be not online.
First, Jave Mavs wrote in. Sorry, Jave Mavs. I corrected.
I don't hate that idea, mate. I could see that possibly happening. At
least like the main story of it or something?
Sure,
I don't know.
Maybe, possibly.
I don't know. It's still kind of a stretch, though.
Yeah.
I would say it would be concerning to me because Neil wouldn't be a part of this. You're telling me, and again, crazier things have happened, I guess. Neil Druckmann, who is currently the president of Naughty Dog and also the director of Intergalactic, is also the director of Last of Us Part 3. It's like, that ain't it.
And still has his hand in the HBO show, too.
Right. It's like, dude, spread thin, man. And the guy has a wife and kids. He might want to see him. So, like, I don't know how real this is. If it is in production, I think they're not casting anybody. I think it's like, it's literally a germ. Because, listen, it goes into the next thing here. Oh my God. Last of Us Part 2 Season 2 trailer dropped, and it's amazing. And the Last of Us Season 2 trailer, this comes from Kami over on Blue Sky, is HBO's most watched trailer ever after only 3 days. It has earned 158 million views on all platforms. And you're telling me we're stopping at 2? Just 2 games? After you got a very successful show? And we're stopping at 2. Okay. So, like, no doubt, I would think maybe they're working. No doubt. I think they might be working on it. But as we said last week, it's like, if they are, awesome, great, more Last of Us. And if there aren't, cool, great. I love both of these games so much. I'm good either way.
Can't wait for Intergalactic. So, like, if they're not working on Part 3, can't wait for that one. We're cool.
Yeah. That said, a little bit of Flash thoughts here. Like, did you get to see Season 2 trailer, or are you saving yourself?
I haven't watched it yet. I want to finish watching Season 1 first.
That's fair.
Which I'm gonna do. Yep. I'm gonna react to it soon because I need to see it.
That's right. And before people yell at her, okay, postpartum during Season 1. So let's relax, okay? PlayStation 5. Yeah. No, she is. Shut up.
Yeah. I was awful postpartum and was waking up at 6 a.m. just so I could watch it, and that was not working out for me. So
any criticism towards Light about that? Shut up.
Eat my boot.
Also, I went to the event and got to see the first 2 episodes before they were dropped, so you can suck it.
Yeah.
Damn. So, that said, Kyle Stevenson.
I haven't watched it either.
No way. I'm the only one?
Can we watch it together right now?
Maybe post-show?
Okay.
Post-show? Okay. Ooh, I like this. All right, Kyle. I guess then you want to know what I thought about it?
It looks amazing, I'm guessing.
Gang. When I tell you I saw it, best friend Amy in the room, she loved the first season. I'm like, let's go watch this new trailer. Watched it, and then after I was done, like gasping and like on the verge of crying because I saw things from, that second game in there echoed in here, I then had to stop and freeze frame like the second watch through, and I'm just explaining to my best friend. So this part here, you're gonna actually like it because it references this, and you really like that, and so you're gonna love this. This scene's gonna make me cry. That scene's in there, and yeah.
Have either of you seen the TikTok of the guy explaining the SNL musician conspiracy theory? It's some guy talking to his wife and her friends of like is it trombone player or flute player or something that's in the SNL live band. Whenever the host comes out, she mysteriously vanishes and has to leave the stage. But everyone else stays there. And he made like a PowerPoint presentation and everything and presenting it. And he's done it for like Disney movies and stuff. So when you're like, yeah, I paused, I went frame by frame. That's what I was imagining what you're doing. Get a whole presentation
pretty much
planned.
I could have had a PowerPoint. Stellar. That said, Katie writes in, good day, Trophy Room Trio. So the first season of The Last of Us definitely expanded in some areas, fleshing out some characters. Are we going to see more of that in season 2? My question is, who do you hope gets fleshed out more? What do you want to see? As always, much love, guys. So they also said they're going to bring in characters that were not in season 2 like they did with season 1.
Good.
Yeah.
Flesh out the Seraphites.
That's exactly my answer.
Show me
100%.
who they're worshiping. Give me some background on them. I want more Seraphites. I could take a whole spin-off show on the Seraphites.
110%. Can't wait. Also, what I think the prophet like Maria or whatever, I want her in that show. Fluke23 writes, hello, Trophy Room Trio. Hope you're doing well, especially you, Light. I know you need some respite from the illness.
Thank you.
My question for the Sony Pony Express, is in relation to The Last of Us building up recently, with rumors of the show being 4 seasons, but Neil Druckmann's wording about a third part being a bit skeptical. Would you rather a TV show being 4 seasons and the ending things exactly how the game ends? B, the show taking long to end, with the third installment of the game arriving to finish the trilogy, potentially rounding off any closing loose ends. C, the show's ending a bit further from the second game, with the introduction of a new storyline that's been secretly in the works after Factions was dropped, called The First of Us, set later in the timeline. As always, keep up the great, amazing work you've all been doing. You 3 have literally been smashing it recently, and we're so proud of what you're achieving. Much love as always, and and a goon a day keeps the illness away. Fluke, I like you, man. You're a bit of a freak. We won't judge those who are never ill. Just saying. I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life. Of course, I'm blind in one eye, but it's all right. So, I mean, T, I'll throw this over to you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want the show to end 4 seasons? It could end second season. I don't care, but it ends at the end of part 2, or would you be okay with them going for another season to say, hey, this is how this Last of Us ends?
I would be okay with them extending the show, even if it was going to end where the second game ends, because that means they're going to flesh out some more stories. They're going to give us some more intricate details on things, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. I would love for them to take time and talk more about the WLF. I would love for them to take time and talk more about the Seraphites. I would love for them to take time and show us more about Ellie and Joel's life in the town before shit hits the fan. I would love all that. So I'd be totally okay with that. In a perfect world, though, we would still get a third game, and then they would go 4 seasons. I think I would like both worlds.
Okay.
Both things to be true. I don't care if that's asking for a lot.
That's fair enough. I mean, listen, how these shows kind of run their course at this point, it's like the third game would have to release in 4 years. It's like, and with video game development, that's asking a lot. But that's it, Kyle. I bring it over to you. What say you?
I'm with Light. Add as much as you want. Make as many seasons as you want. However, it has to end with the ending of the second game. I do
Oh.
not want them to go beyond the ending because then we get into Game of Thrones territory.
True.
And I'd much rather, and this is just me being a gamer, I would want to experience the new stuff post part 2 where it ended in a game rather than watching it in the show and then getting that story later. I would be totally okay if they go beyond the ending of the show with Neil behind it and like helping craft that story. But then we don't get the game. Like it's just more Last of Us in show form. It's canon, but we don't play it. It's just part of the show.
What if it goes past the ending of 2 but focuses on characters that are not going to be the main focus for a third game?
That I'm okay with that, but I also don't want it to like jump the shark and we get like what Walking Dead
The Walking
did.
Dead. Yeah.
We got Fear of the Walking Dead. We got Daryl's own show. It just kind of dilutes itself a little bit, but I'd take one season of like Ish's story. Like I would take that in a heartbeat, but I just don't want them to pigeonhole it and just kind of like water it down, I guess, a little bit.
Sure. I think the only way you do it is with a spin-off akin to The Walking Dead-ish. Like here's like listen, factions, may it rest in peace. There's a ton of storylines there. Let's use the IP, use the world, and make something new. Cool. But I'm with you, Kyle. I wouldn't be mad it ends this season, and we get the Last of Us Part 2 ending. But it has to end with that ending, or else to me, then this is the definitive version of The Last of Us. And I don't like that because to me, it's like, no, it's just like with Game of Thrones, like definitive version is the books. And when they tried to do season 8, things got off the rails rather fast and it wasn't great. So I want that source material to be the game and not the game to be worked off the source material of the show, if they plan to do a part 3 or whatever. So that's my thoughts on it. That said, here's some more Last of Us related stuff. The Last of Us PlayStation 5 DualSense controller pre-order details revealed. Ooh-wee. It's going to cost $85. People are upset about that apparently online. Guys, they've always costed that much. I know it's too much, but you guys keep buying them. I keep buying them. I'm a dumb idiot.
I haven't gotten one of the fancy ones at 85 yet. Was the Astronaut one at 85?
Yeah.
Oh, why did I think it was only like 70?
No, you don't need them, and I keep buying them. We're gonna buy. I literally said I'm gonna buy 2 of these. Like, I'm a dumb idiot. You guys don't understand. One for play, one for never to leave in the box. I bought the Concord controller at $85. Collector's item. That's what I told myself. Kung Fu Temp writes in, hello team. With the announcement of the Last of Us controller, I have a couple of questions. Are these controllers just collector's items, or do people actually play with them? Also, why don't they just make an Edge version? I have seen so many posts on Reddit where people have all the colors and themes of the controllers, but they all get stick drift and can't find another. Why not sell those people the same color themes on an Edge controller? I know it's more expensive, but why not give people the option? Also, not sure if this has been asked before, but what's your opinion on the TV show Mythic Quest? It's kind of fallen off a little bit, but season 1 and 2 are good. All right. So, that said, yeah, I don't know why they don't make an Edge version. I would buy that too.
You think selling more versions then makes them more money?
Yeah. I mean, the thing that I would want is for what PlayStation or what Xbox does with their design labs. Make a design labs controller. Here's customize this, that, and the other thing with your DualSense. I get it. You don't get to control a little sizzle reel or whatever, but it's, a little day of the news when it's slow, but who gives a shit? You make money.
I would love to like a PlayStation design lab, but have like these custom game themed designs available for you to use in the design lab. I think would be really, really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I want one real bad. I hope I get one.
I know. And I do play with mine. I don't keep mine as collectors. I know I probably well, no, I shouldn't because I'm going to sell them. So I do play with mine. Like my Spider-Man one has stick drift now, rip. So
Rip.
it's been retired. But I still have it. It still looks pretty. So I put in the love and then I retire it.
Yeah. I have a
Nice.
Spider-Man one in the box there. I got 2. And then my God of War one's up there. That one has real bad stick drift. That one's rough.
I play them for the game that I'm playing, and then I don't touch them. They're retired.
Really?
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Astro one, I've only played Astrobot with it. And then now
Would you
it's retired.
stop rubbing in the Astro controller, Joe?
You know, I'll get another one. I got bunches. I got.
I know your
drawers.
address. It will disappear one day.
God damn, that's
When
a
you
threat.
go to steal that one, can you grab the Final Fantasy one that he has for me?
On it.
Thanks.
You got
You
it.
know
Dude.
what, guys? I'm sorry. I don't want to rub it in your face. That would
Also,
be-
the anniversary one too. Like,
Yeah, I got the anniversary one. I can show
how
off
dare you?
in the drawer
You need
somewhere.
to call
Joe!
Verizon tomorrow and be like, "Hey, where are my anniversary dual senses?"
Also, why are you guys selling dual senses? Hey, Kyle, would you want to read this big chunk? There's nothing really to say here other than what Neil's saying. I don't want to. I've been
Sure.
talking too much.
Yeah, Sammy Barker over at Push Square writes, "Intergalactic PS5 game is all about faith, religion, and being lonely." Naughty Dog studio head Neil Druckmann and 28 Days Later writer Alex Garland have sat down to have a chat as part of Sony's new Creator to Creator series. The almost hour-long interview of each other touches on both their careers so far, storytelling, and the overall creative process. An excellent insight into 2 industry leads, but Neil Druckmann also talks of Naughty Dog's next PS5 project, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. The game takes place 2,000 years in the future, with a timeline that deviates from our own in the late 1980s. Druckmann adds, quote, "We made a game with The Last of Us 2 where we made certain creative decisions," how dare you, that got us a lot of hate. A lot of people love it, but a lot of people hate that game. Garland interjects with, quote, "Who gives a shit?" end quote, to which Druckmann responds, quote, "Exactly. So the joke is like, you know what? Let's do something that people won't care as much about. Let's make a game about faith and religion," end quote. Naughty Dog spent a significant amount of time during development building out the religion on the planet Semperia, which hasn't given out any communication or signals for 600 years. Main character Jordan crash lands on the planet while hunting a bounty and must learn what's happened there alone. Unlike previous Naughty Dog titles like The Last of Us and Uncharted to a degree, where you'd often have a companion by your side, the developer wanted to create a game about quote-unquote being lonely. Druckmann explains, quote, "So many of the previous games we've done, there's always like an ally with you and you're talking. Our new one should be lost in a place that you're really confused about what happened here. Who are the people here? What was their history?" As for when the game might come out, Druckmann says, quote, "There's still a ways to go, and he even doesn't know exactly what this thing is going to look like at the end. He has a quote-unquote theory, but things are still evolving and changing during development."
PlayStation 6 launch game.
What does that mean? Like, that's a great question.
I do not know where the story's gonna go.
Oh,
Who knows?
I gotta say though, this makes me freaking excited.
yeah.
They're like, gloves are off. You thought that pissed you off? Just wait.
Exactly.
Just wait.
They're like, yeah, no, you put a black lady as the lead. You know?
A black lady with a shaved head
All right.
as
Sorry.
the lead,
Yeah,
who's going to be
very
talking
woke.
about topics revolving around religion.
Yeah.
Gloves are off, baby.
Let's go.
I
love that.
can't wait.
Yeah.
Make her
Every-
gay. Everyone. Oh,
She's what? Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Neil's gone woke.
Oh my god. That said, saying that this comes that it also deviates in the 1980s, where like there's a new religion that forms, and this is 2,000 years in the future of that. It's like, who is like Jesus comes back in the 80s? He has a mullet, like, you know what I mean? Like,
It reminds me
He's
of
got
Fallout though,
license
like
over
where the stopped in time, but also in the future, and I freaking love that so much.
yeah, put this game in my veins, and also make me a voice. I could do a silly little voice. Look at me, the silly little guy.
Joe, I'm going to throw it out there. I don't think they want any silly voices in this game.
What do you mean? I'm just a silly little guy.
To be the pet goat. She has a goat on the ship to make milk, so she doesn't starve.
I love that. I love that. But what
Joe's
if
the goat?
What if
I'm a little goat boy?
What if the voice that Joe is doing is the god of this game?
I got hooves. Don't you like hooves, you guys?
Why was that like an Obama goat?
Oh, let's be clear. Sasha and Chambly, they're also goats. All right. Wario 64, PlayStation Plus Extra March lineup. All right, here's your extra games. Ready? UFC 5, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. What are you doing? Download it now. Captain Sarabusa, Rise of New Champions.
Wait. Try that again, Joe.
Bitch, I really wanted
You added so many letters to that.
Subasa.
There you go. Like Mufasa, but Subasa.
It's like I was trying to teach my daughter how to say Maui. She says Maury.
And you are not the father.
I'm like, say Mao. Maury. No!
Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy.
What?
Arcade. I don't know. They made it woke. Arcade Paradise.
Really quickly, Arcade Paradise is rad.
Yeah?
You run a... not that kind of run. You run a laundromat, and then you take the money you earn from it to make your own arcade, like old school arcade.
I love that.
And there's like it's like a simulation game, but there is like a narrative beat through it all. It's kind of fun.
Can I read the next one?
Go for it.
Bang on Balls Chronicles.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle, you suck at parking.
Hey, you know what? I
What's
do, and that game's pretty fun.
I do want to play that. It looks fun.
Siberia, The World Before. And then on PlayStation Plus Premium, Arcade Paradise VR. Ooh. Armored Core Project Phantasma. Armored Core Master of Arena. All right.
Cool.
It's a pretty good month. I think you go out there, you go play yourself a Prince of Persia.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Really good game. All right. Here's a whole bunch of jargon that a lot of people are yelling at each other about online. Something very similar to FSR4 is coming to PlayStation 5 Pro in 2026. Jordan Midler, he wrote up this article. This comes from the VGC. I'm here to tell you guys this. I don't think I'm going to read this whole thing.
Don't.
There's no need. I don't understand a goddamn word.
Games are going to look prettier on the Pro next year.
Upscaling.
Cool. It's going to upscale your games. It's going to make your games look a little bit prettier. It also goes to show that PlayStation's deepening its partnership with AMD, so you could bet your bottom dollar that the PlayStation 6 is going to have this technology. It's going to have an AMD processor inside of it. That's all that means. I've seen people argue about the PSSR tech, the pisser tech. Oh, are they dumping it? I'm not a doctor. I'm not an engineer. The last thing I'm going to do is pretend to be one for you guys. I have no idea. Okay? Got nothing. But yeah, it's just going to make your games look better. And I think that's freaking rad. So that's what my thoughts are on it. Also, this one, Kyle Stevenson, Forza Horizon requires an Xbox account on PlayStation. Is this how they trick us?
I added this because I noticed it wasn't in there because only for the fact that I still think this is a non-issue, similar to the Helldivers thing with Steam.
Sure. Yeah.
Just having another account. Go for it.
Yeah.
With the exception of as long as it's available to everybody, because the issue was people in other countries couldn't have it.
1,000,000%. But I also totally understand everyone's worry about, well, what if the Xbox service is down and then you won't be able to play Forza and vice versa. So like, I get that. And it is kind of weird that there's no physical disc for this one.
That's just the way they're going.
But we got physical ones for all the other Xbox games.
Well, you know what? Let's see what happens with Indiana Jones, which a rumor has it is 15th early access, 17th of April.
Oh, I don't love that.
Yeah.
Why do early access for a game that most people have already played on another platform? That seems weird.
Because people are gonna buy it, baby. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Just make another account as long as it doesn't block people out. You know, come on.
Yep.
Let's do it. What you been playing, guys, gang? Listen. I'm gonna have a little long-winded speech of my impressions of Split Fiction, but I've been talking way too much. It shows. T, we've been playing a game we can't talk about.
Yeah, I could say I'm playing it though.
Okay.
I am playing and reviewing Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's all I'll say about that.
Yep.
But that's all I've been playing because it's a massive game and I have to beat it before embargo. So
Likewise. That's it.
I think they said online like 80 hours to do everything. I don't know the accuracy of that, but that's all I've been devoting myself fully to that. So
yeah.
I would like to say I am not playing Assassin's Creed Shadows.
We're waiting for your code. They're being awfully slow with it.
Please.
All right, Kyle Stevenson. That's all we're saying about it. Next week we're gonna have we're gonna talk about it at length. That's it.
Cool.
Kyle Stevenson.
Hey.
Look at my face. What have you been playing?
Wanderstop.
Wanderstop?
We got codes from Annapurna, so shout out to y'all.
Thank you.
Not super far into it. The reason why is I've been exhausted for the last week and a half, working very long hours. And the first 30 minutes or so hit very hard narratively, where my exhausted brain could not handle that because it was too much. And I don't mean in like it's not a negative or in a bad way. It's just the themes I got so early on were in reference to like burnout. And so in my current state while I was playing, it just hit super hard. And it does it in a very, very cool way. I don't want to spoil too much because I want everyone to try it out. It's essentially a team-making game, but you play as Alta, who is a warrior who never lost a fight in like 3 or 4 years. She was the best warrior in the entire world. Then all of a sudden she lost. And then she lost again. And then she stopped winning. And it opens up to like she's got to keep pushing because she's got to get back to win. And what happens if she stops? Will everyone forget about her? Is all her life that she's dedicated to winning for nothing? And then she's running, and the opening's super cool. I won't spoil how she gets to this tea shop, but this character Boro, who is a very lovable owner of the tea shop, the Wanderstop is the name of the tea place.
Wanderstop?
And he's just kind of like trying to make her calm and making very silly dad jokes, and is just a chill dude, and who teaches her how to make tea. And the thing I was worried about was that like farming sims, that like garden game, city building stuff is not my jam at all. So I was worried that those tea mechanics would be a little much. Everything is so simple and easy to do. There's the machine to make teas in the center of the shop. And instead of like hopping down and getting something and doing something in another place in the shop and running back and forth between stations, it's literally you climb a ladder at the top, you can do stuff there, and then you go down the ladder and you can spin around it to other things, so you don't leave that central mechanic
zone.
And it's so far it's simple, it's relaxing. I know the narrative is going to go further and going to hit hard real soon for all my content creator friends, so Joe, like, get ready. Yeah, I think it's awesome. So I'm very excited to keep playing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wanderstop.
Yeah. The other game...
I can't stop saying it like that. It's great.
The other game I played, I know you talked about it a few weeks ago, but our good friend Mike Tandro, my other co-founder of 61 Indie, texted me over the weekend, and he played it, and he was like, Kyle, I've been missing Lies P. Tried it out. You should play it because it's scratching that itch. Because I had the view on it that it was like an action only game, and I wasn't like feeling that. No, this is a Souls game through and through, and man, it feels great. I had such a great time. The parrying feels awesome. There's a an attack set at the move set at the end for the final boss battle in the demo, which the progress carries over to the full game. So God bless. Nice. Where it's so fast and furious that I was parrying everything on time. I was like, oh, I feel like a god. Like the parry is so forgiving, and that's kind of why I love Liza P. And it's beautiful. Ben Starr is the voice of the main character, so it's cool hearing him in there. And I didn't realize it's out like in 2 weeks. So I'm very, very excited for it. It really shot up the list of games I'm looking forward to in an already busy spring window. So if you're looking for a Souls experience and you want to check it out, I highly recommend that demo. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you, Dwani. The demo I played is the first Berserker Kazan is the name of the game. I can't believe I forgot to say the name of the game. First Berserker Kazan. I was so locked into it.
I was like, wait, did I zone out for a second? I missed what game he was playing.
No. My bad, everybody. My bad.
I thought it was me.
Dude, honestly, I want to play that game so bad, but like, there's so many games.
There's a lot of games.
So
many games.
Yeah.
Oh, that said, I also made the mistake of starting another game. Shout out to my buddy Tyler, who's been playing with me, and this question actually goes with it. Ghetto Barry writes, "Hey guys, I bought Split Fiction after hearing nothing but good things about it, and look forward to playing it with my very recently made husband." Oh, congratulations, Ghetto Barry, tying the knot. Love to see it. This weekend, am I a little upset that I wasn't invited to the wedding? The invite was nice. Just saying. Not jealous. I don't care. I didn't need to be part of the maid of honor.
I was there. What do you mean?
Wait, what?
I was there.
Yeah, Light and I were talking to how we missed you. Weird.
Huh. Why didn't you sent an invite? You didn't respond to it. They said
they were very upset. Actually,
I never got one. Huh. You guys sure?
I ordered you. I ordered you the chicken dish because it was quite tasty, so I ate it as well.
Oh, you didn't send that over to me. You could have just DoorDash.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It was open bar too. It was great. It was a good time.
Did you get me at least a little? What was the DJ? What was his name?
I don't know, but I led the floor with the Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, Light was killing it.
The Cotton Eye Joe was there.
Tearing it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I am the queen of the Cotton Eye Joe. I will lead the whole group in the Cotton Eye Joe.
Light and Mr. Light were killing it all night on the dance floor.
We hold the dance floor down.
Yeah, I bet he single-handedly does it.
Little Light was in sport mode and carving up that dance floor. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. I would have loved to see it. That's
I did like on the little logbook, like guest log
right.
for weddings. I did say, best wishes, congrats from the trophy room crew, and then underneath with a little like line, also Joe says hi.
And kind of thing. We did get a gravy boat from the group. We put your name on that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get me one of those little wedding little gifts?
No. We gifted them a gravy boat and put your name on it.
I mean, well, silver lining. Again, cool. Yeah. I didn't. Must have got lost in the mail.
Sure.
Must have got lost.
Yeah, they said that you didn't respond. We thought that was really weird.
Very weird.
I would have responded.
That's how you yes and everybody. Congrats, Barry.
Yeah, congratulations. What single-player games out there would make an excellent couch co-op or two-player gaming experience? Also, congrats again to Joe on platinuming Marvel Rivals. I'm truly jealous. Thank you. Am I a grandmaster? Sure, I am. Am I part of the 9% top Marvel Rival players in the world on PlayStation?
Sure.
Absolutely, I am. Do I deserve something for that? Yes. Do I know what it is? Absolutely not.
Someone get him a plaque.
Plaque. Just a little recognition.
A wedding invite.
Wedding invite. What was the vows? Were the vows beautiful?
I cried.
God, and I was
Yeah.
there. All right, fair enough. I'll get to this question. I just want to really shout out to the Marvel Rivals thing. Platinumed it, y'all. Been playing Split Fiction with my buddy Tyler. Jesus Christ, me stuttering on names. And let me tell you something, y'all. This is my first Joseph Ferris game. You know, It Takes Two. I played a little bit with Fiona back in the day, but we got through like the first like level or two. It wasn't like anything too serious. Holy shit. Split Fiction's fantastic. And you know what, Joseph Ferris? He likes to drop an F-bomb every now and again. I'll just say it. It's fucking fantastic. Like, this game is nothing but hits constantly. The platforming is so incredibly inventive. The story is unique. It's literally about your authors being put into this project, this experiment by this big publisher, and your imagination is literally what you're in the world to further immerse yourself. That's the whole core beat of it. Something happens where you get stuck in this world, you can't get out of the cerebro that you're in, and you and your buddy have to find a way to get out while something bigger is at play that you're uncovering. um it's a split between both of these authors' ideas. One author focuses on fantasy, the other focuses on sci-fi and cyberpunk and all that stuff. And so each and every level, you're warping in and out of both of their ideas and both of their stages. The platforming is incredible. Just the way that they thought of how to implement, for example, there's a chase scene, and then this has been showed online everywhere, where like I'm controlling the bike, then all of a sudden, player two's controlling the gun as you were, but then something happens to player two where they have to unlock the gun and they have to go through their phone and they have to do the captcha thing and make sure that they're not a robot in the middle of the game while bullets are flying at them. And it's so hard because I'm whizzing around, so the camera's whizzing around too. So like they're getting it wrong. They're like, damn it, what's my phone number? Like, it's so funny. The boss fights are also incredibly inventive. Like, I'm halfway through this game and I can see where there's so much praise for what this guy's accomplished, or what this team has accomplished, Hazelight, because oh my god, it's so much fun. And every level, there's a new idea and a new way to play with the physics of the game. And for the most part, every time when you start getting tired of those mechanics, one could be like, hey, I'm controlling gravity and you're controlling, the physics of the world. And then one could be like, hey, you have swimming powers and I have jumping powers. And they both intermingle with each other. Every time that it starts to get a little tiring, they know the best time when to end that chapter. So it's fantastic. Even the set pieces in this game, again, the motorbike one is just one. They were literally where we left off was like, hey, you know how you drop in Fortnite? Yeah, what if you dropped in this game? Like, and the dropping and landing was the mission. Like, it's so great. And I've been just loving my time with it. So that's one that I will be getting back to with my buddy Tyler when I'm done with Assassin's Creed. Because yes, it's one of those things where we gotta beat it by next week. So yeah, there you go. Split Fiction. Do I recommend it? Yes. Do I feel like this could be Game of the Year caliber? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's again midway through and I'm already feeling like this got the stuff. And then of course, check out my friend Tyler Miller over at the Cozy Spot. There you go. That's his channel over there on YouTube. At the Comfy Spot Vids. Bam. Yeah, was I talking while trying to look up his stuff because I forgot to put it in the notes because I was too busy riffing with you guys not being invited to the wedding? Sure. That's podcasting. All right, Kyle. T. Are y'all holding on to something?
I got a quarter.
Got my Apple Watch.
Hey!
Google Stadia, let's go. Prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront. Warside comes out March 10th. Rejoice the Ice Palace comes out on March 11th. Sorry, Ice Palace 2.
Beyond the Ice Palace 2.
Beyond the Ice Palace.
I don't know where you got
2,
Rejoice from.
Where did I get it from? I don't even know. Centum comes out March 11th. Chernobyl Liquidators comes out March 11th. Thunderstop, the 11th of March. Fate Reawakened on March 12th. Heroes Hour, March 12th. Metal Bringer, March 12th. Midnight Murder Club, March 13th. Okay. Dungeons of Hinterberg, March 13th. Dweev,
Dwarf.
Dwarf. March 14th. Police Shootout, March 14th. Thinking it's just like, well, it's like CSI or like Law and Order, you know? WWE 2K25, March 14th. Everybody at work's talking about that.
Can we play Midnight Murder Club together?
I would love to.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Are you not familiar with that one, Joe?
No.
Well, here, let me read the description. You've been invited to the Midnight Murder Club, an elite group that gives you nothing but a gun and a flashlight before sending you into the darkened halls of a mansion. Conceal your identity behind a mask and join your friends in a game of perception, deception, and sharpshooting. In the darkness, every decision counts. The difference between light and dark is important, as the Midnight Murder Club's members are forced to choose between the safety of darkness and the risk of clicking on a flashlight. Spotting someone else gives crucial information, but if you can see them, that means they can see you. Rely on your other senses to navigate the mansion and find your opponents. Full proximity chat leads to tense and hysterical moments as you feel your way through the mansion's dark corridors. Hear muffled footsteps as someone runs down the hallway above you, then creep towards gunshots bleeding through the door to the next room. Hear your rival's laughter echo through the tall ceilings after you emerge victorious from a gunfight.
You're just going to hear me cackling, and then the cackle's going to be you, and then you're going to hear the cackle come back because I cannot be serious.
Yeah, no, you would hear a high-pitched squeal, and everybody like, wow, T's really freaking out, and it's just me.
And you'll hear me laughing and be laugh just nothing because I would be dead.
I feel like it would be like the White Lotus gif you see of the lady firing the gun while she's crying. That'd be us.
Really quickly, Dungeons of Hinterberg was Xbox only, so this first time on PlayStation. That was a very quick release. Like I didn't know it was coming to PlayStation. That's out as of you're listening to the audio version. It's out now.
Nice.
Also, I want to shout out tomorrow. I get to play MLB The Show because I pre-ordered it, so early access begins. I'm very, very excited. Did I plan my week off from work with MLB The Show? You damn straight I did.
Absolutely, you did.
You've earned it. Because
you're smart like that.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Well, y'all, it's time for the last segment, but our favorite segment of the show. It's time for the Sony Pony Express.
Yeehaw! Tristan Wonderland writes in, question for the Sony Pony Express. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Did any of you ever play Final Fantasy 15? I'm playing it finally on the backlog. My God, I'm 75 hours in, and I think I'm finally done with all the side stuff. The weird country music is weird too, just a weird fit, I guess. I decided to play it once I played FF16, and it became one of the best games I ever played. Did you guys ever play it? If so, why is the combat in 15 and 16 way better than turn-based? Whoa, shots fired.
This is the one where the guy's like, I got a new recipe.
Yeah, you're the four guys, the four bros out on the road.
Just broing out, dude. Broing out.
Hot take, I didn't like 15. I stopped. I did not vibe with it at all. But like I still prefer the mix of what FF7 remake and stuff did with turn-based and active stuff. I think that's the good compromise, I feel like. I just gotta come to grips where like Final Fantasy is not my franchise as much as I want it to be. You know? That's fair. I played like a few hours and I did. I got to like the second area. I rode the Chocobo and I'm like, Chocobo's dope, but I don't like any of these guys. So in 15.
I almost feel like my best bet to getting into Final Fantasy is online, to be honest.
Same.
Mm.
And I played a little bit of that at PAX last year. Dangerous.
Wait, you were at PAX last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was wandering around. I didn't know what I was
you.
doing. I know. Kyle was like, nah,
Persona.
just gonna keep this meetup to myself. Kept it to myself. You never
It wasn't a
told me.
meetup. I randomly saw her on the show floor.
He tapped on my shoulder and he's like, "Are you late?"
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Are you invited to Gallowberry's wedding?
Yeah. Like, no, me
Yeah.
too.
My douchebag co-host is it? That's funny.
Like, did you play Final Fantasy 15?
No.
No.
Nope. I'm confused why there's country music in it though.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think that like when you're at the diner.
Is it
like-
a Western Final Fantasy?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Artistic choice, I guess.
Yeah.
There was a lot riding on 15 because it was a while since we got like a single player mainline Final Fantasy, and I feel like they just did too much.
Fair.
No, it just didn't hit for me, which is fine.
That's fair.
Still Canet writes in, hello, 2 small questions from today. Did you watch all of Edge Runners? I did not.
I am on the second to last episode, I think. Yes. So I know it's gonna be heartbreaking. I'm there.
It's good. It's good. That's all I'll say.
I need to. I think over the weekend I definitely shall.
Second question is, did you play and finish 1000 X Resist?
No.
I did not. Not yet. It's on
I
my
have not.
backlog.
I have not. It is in the backlog right now, just because we have now so much to cover. It is nuts. Thank you all so much for tuning into the show. It really does help us out. And when we say rate us 5 stars, it really does help. Let me tell you, it helps us out tremendously. So please rate us 5 stars.
And then Canet says, these questions are totally not targeted at one of the hosts. I think that's
Me.
at you, Joe.
Me.
And,
Yes.
And then he says, what did you think of those masterpieces? Did you enjoy Edge Runners of what you watched?
Yes. Okay. Am I confused by 1000 X Resist? Yes. But Edge Runners is... I'm not an anime guy, and Edge Runners got me. Like, again, I need to complete that series. The one thing is, like, at my old job, you could watch... At a certain time of day, you could start watching stuff. And feel guilt-free. I don't have that anymore. So, yeah, this one, Edge Runners will have to wait till probably after. Same with Resist. I have not picked up my Steam Deck in over like 2 weeks just because of all the review stuff that we've been doing. So, it's been busy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And final question on the Sony Pony Express. Yeehaw. Oh. Kung Fu Temp writes in, Assassin's Creed Mythology Pack is about $30 for the March sale on PSN. Is this worth it? Haven't played any of them. What's in that pack? Which Assassin's Creeds are there?
I think it's Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla.
That's a pretty good pack.
Worth it.
Yes.
For Origins alone, $30. If I saw Origins for $30, I would buy it by itself.
That is
Origins is my favorite.
That is a great deal.
It's also just a lot of content. Like,
yeah,
you will have games to play for a full year if you buy those 3.
That's like if you do everything, probably close to 400 hours.
Mm-hmm. Especially Valhalla alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god!
All the DLC and stuff.
It's 80% off. That's usually $160 that pack. So like,
I think I have to look and see where I have my other Assassin's Creed games, but I might buy it just to like platinum some of those games because I haven't platinumed them.
And then like they're all, if you think about it, they're just like $10 a pop.
Right.
So yeah, that's
worth it.
That's a ton. Yeah. And like Assassin's Creed, for me, Odyssey's my favorite. So it's like Assassin's Creed Odyssey alone. I think I bought that for $24 on sale, and it's my favorite Assassin's Creed. So
I think I need to give Odyssey another shot because I am an Odyssey hater.
Oh, okay.
I think I need to retry it because everybody says Odyssey is their favorite, and I'm like, I'm a hater, so maybe I need to retry. Maybe I was not in a good place mentally when I played that.
I know I would like Origins. I have to give that one another shot. Valhalla's just not for me, because the way that the cameras is and that the combat is just a little bit too far away for my liking.
I enjoyed Valhalla, but the story wasn't as impactful for me. Origin's story is top notch. One of the most I don't know, impactful stories for me, I guess, from an Assassin's Creed game, especially if you play all the way through. There's a final line, makes me sob every time. So good. And I always butcher his name, Abubakar. Is that how you say it? Such an amazing performance. Bayek is my favorite. He's one of my favorite characters. He's amazing. I also love like the setting, the music. Oh, dude, play it. So good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I shall. I mean, yeah, no, ancient Egypt, that's a go-to for me. Again, Origins is one I do need to play again. And it's always one that's like, I don't even know why I dropped it, because I was enjoying it. So, but yeah, like I'm weird when it comes to Assassin's Creed. It's like it's like I love every other one. So like Odyssey for me hit, and then Valhalla just didn't for me. So yeah.
Shout out to I believe it's called Satanist in chat. Immortals Phoenix Rising. Underrated.
Yes.
So that's one that I started a couple times, and it's like you with Origins. I have fun every single time. Always make it to the second island and then just peter off. Something else comes out, or I don't know. I get too distracted with the exploration, don't continue the main story. I'm always having fun with it. Always fall off of it.
No, humble brag. I'm number 7th in the world to get in the platinum. So,
Oh, okay. This guy, a bit of a show off.
Listen, I got to keep the streak up with MLB The Show.
You're right.
I'm going to try to get number 1 in the world again.
Randomly, this just makes me want to replay Kingdoms of Amalur.
Yes.
I loved that game too.
Yes. Well, gang, that has been it. That's been the trophy room this week. Y'all, is there anything you'd like to spotlight before we get on out of here, T? Anything in particular?
Yeah, I have a couple things. So first thing, if you're interested in going to PAX East and you would like your shot at winning free tickets, this is the final week. The 17th, I think, is the final day to join the competition. So I've got links to that on all of my social medias, and I think on YouTube on the community tab at Lightweight Gaming. It's one of those things where you like go in and like if you sub to my channel, if you sub to PAX, you like get extra points, and then it will be a raffle. I'm not in control of it. I don't know when the actual winners will be announced, but the deadline to actually put your name in the mix is March 17th. So if you want to go to PAX East, that will give you the full 4 days for tickets. We will all be there. You can meet us.
Yeah.
So might as well try. So that's thing number 1. Number 2, you can find me on YouTube at Lightweight Gaming. And then number 3, I just post my Constantine reaction on Lightweight Reacting.
Ooh.
Also getting pretty close to 100K over there. So if you guys haven't yet, Lightweight Reacting, I'd really appreciate if you go check that out. And if you like the content, subscribe there.
Thoughts on Constantine?
Oh my God, loved it.
Yeah,
it is now one of my
sweet.
favorite movies.
I love that.
I loved it. So good.
Too many people when that came out, I feel, hated on it.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't understand why either. I thought it was really, really cool.
I heard Keanu in an interview saying they're starting working on 2, so I was like, I gotta watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta watch number 1.
Also, when Diablo like gets the gunk out of Keanu's lungs, he's like, "You got more sinning to do," or whatever. Every time when I think about a smoker's lungs, I think about the gunk. I'm like, "You got that in you, buddy. You got that gunk.
You got that gunk in you."
Right. Kyle Stevenson, where can people find you? Bye.
You can find Mr. K-Set pretty much everywhere. Go check out the Humble Games Showcase that went live today. 6-1 Indie wrote, produced, and directed that one. So go give it a watch and let us know if we can improve on any future ones. And 6-1 Indie Showcase, we're gonna announce... Well, not announce, Jesus Christ. We're not announcing the lineup, but we're going to let everyone know on the dev side who made it and who didn't soon. A lot of really cool games to look forward to on May 22nd.
Hell yes. Y'all just crush it. Learn how to slow down, for gosh
I will.
sake.
I'm taking a week off.
All right. You better not be working.
I'll be here next week. That's fine.
Yeah. No, mandatory.
Absolutely.
You're out. I got an AI Kyle.
Oh, don't do that.
He was like this.
And you'll be like, that AI Kyle loves ketchup.
Yep.
You have to do a fake British voice because all AI are British for some reason.
Absolutely.
It's like, why does Kyle sound like a hot Australian dude? Corky. All right, everybody. You can find me over at Mr. Badbit on Blue Sky. You can follow this podcast as well over on Blue Sky at PS Trophy Room. Me over at Mr. Badbit. You can follow this show over on YouTube. And if you're watching right now or in a past, present, even future, hit like, share, subscribe. It really does help us out and grows the YouTube channel. Then head on over to wherever podcast feed you prefer, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Apple Podcasts. Rate us 5 stars there. It really does help us out. Again, the only reason why we get, I've gotten a few very nice DMs that notice I play Assassin's Creed Shadows. They tell me, they go, Joe, how is it? How is it? And the only thing I say is it's because of you guys that we get to do really cool stuff. So if you really like what you hear and you can't go on patreon.com/PS Trophy Room and support financially because times are tough for everybody and eggs are $1 million, I get it. Please go to Spotify, rate us 5 stars there. Rate us on Apple Podcasts. Wherever there's a podcast service that you can rate us 5 stars in, it really does help us out. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, keep your wits about you, keep hunting, and keep playing PlayStation.